Welcome to another edition of The Daily. I'm Simon Borg along with Nick Firchau. And today we have the MLS Game of the Week on ESPN2, 8 o'clock tonight. FC Dallas welcoming Seattle Sounders. Nick.
Yeah, there's some better games maybe on the slate this weekend, but this is a big one for both these teams, especially for Dallas. Dallas is sort of, in my opinion, they're an underrated team. People don't yet know what to make of them. They've got 2 draws, and they've got the loss to the Red Bulls last weekend, in which I thought they actually controlled the full play, and they played fairly well. They've got 2 ties against Columbus and Houston. They're a pretty good team, I think, but they're a young team, and you might not see them sort of go through this maturation process for a couple months. We don't know. This is an important game for them to see where they are, and I think, quite honestly, I think they get a win tonight.
I would agree with you. I think Dallas's record lies. They're winless, but they deserved a lot more out of the New York match.
Right.
And their team has a lot of good players up and down that lineup, and when they attack in numbers, they're very dangerous.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Seattle has failed to really create that many scoring opportunities.
Yeah, they're fairly one-dimensional. I think everybody in the league has seen that. There's been enough written about it. Can they go in there against Dallas and sort of reverse this trend that says they get a late goal if they get a goal at all?
Right. Seattle, their one big matchup they want to take advantage of in this game is the right back for Dallas, Zach Lloyd, going up against Seattle's most dangerous attacking player in Steve Zakuani.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, that's a big matchup, and that's going to be a big step for Dallas to see how well these young guys are coming along, to thrown into the fire on a Thursday night game against a decent Seattle team. Earlier
in the day, we're going to have the Europa League semifinal matchup. A lot of American fans expecting this one, with Clint Dempsey and Fulham going to Germany to face Hamburg, and Hamburg under a lot of pressure in this game. Yeah, obviously, because they're hosting the tournament, right, in the final potentially. There's going to be a lot of eyes on Fulham. Obviously, if Dempsey returns, that draws a lot of attention from American fans. Fulham's got this 16, 17-hour bus ride everyone's talking about that maybe it affected Barcelona because of the volcano. I would like to see if maybe we could stop talking about that and just see how they play. But 17-hour bus ride is a 17-hour bus ride. We'll have to see how they play. Hamburg, they've been shaky at home. A lot of pressure on them against Standard Liège in the previous round. They didn't perform that well. The Belgian side actually had the chance to really do damage against Hamburg in that game. So Fulham, even though they're playing on the road, good chances in this game. The other semifinal matchup also taking place today, Liverpool facing Atletico Madrid on the road, and it's Liverpool's last chance for a trophy, Nick. Yeah, you have to wonder how much Liverpool's cling to this match because they really don't have much else to play for back in England. Atletico Madrid not had a good season in La Liga play, but when it comes to cup competitions, they do show up. Copa del Rey and this competition, the Europa League, they've performed fairly well, and they have some dangerous players playing for them. Speaking of international clubs, Nick, we've had in the last couple of days many announcements of international games taking place in May and July here in the United States. Yeah, there's sort of been a flurry in the last week, and it would probably be important for everybody to sort of keep tabs on all these great games, because I think, and you might disagree, I think some of these games are going to be, it's a retread of an old idea, right? We've seen MLS go through this over the years, bring in AC Milan, bring all these teams. Any year they do this, especially in a World Cup year when soccer interest is sort of peaking right around May, June, July, I think it's a big deal. You might have a... No, it's great. I think MLS teams now that they're getting the chance to face these teams more than international teams taking on one another here in the United States. Great opportunity. But you just hope that this might be the year where the MLS teams and MLS in general can make a statement against these bigger rivals and show that they belong, and collectively throughout all these matchups really make a statement. Yeah, over the years it's sort of been the point was getting more fans in the building, right? It was piquing interest again about soccer. So you bring in some of the best players in the world, and you try and get American fans to follow along. That's worked for the most part, I think. But I think more interesting this year will be whether or not MLS teams can hold their own, and that remains to be seen. The likes of AC Milan, Juventus, Manchester City, Tottenham. You can check MLSsoccer.com for the entire schedule. We'll be back with you tomorrow for another edition of The Daily.